Welcome back to Subnautica. For those of you who are playing the game, you'll have noticed that the big update came out today. Yes, everything that I've showed you in the experimental mode has been transported over to the normal game. That includes the destruction of the Aurora, fixing the radiation room leaks, stopping the radiation eventually, which will be, it's got a slight bug to it. It's supposed to be like 5 minutes or so, but due to wanting to get the update out quickly, the devs couldn't fix the slight bug at the time, so it's 66 minutes, so it's 3 days, about 3 days in game time. So don't worry about that. There is a message when you fix the leak that shows you how many days you have left for the radiation to dissipate. But it'll be fixed by the next update. We also have the Reapers have been transported over, so everybody's freaking out about that. You can actually hear them in the background roaring. And there's a reason for that in a minute. I'll show you. Instead of going through all the updates, which is basically what I've already showed you in the last videos, there's nothing new really, other than a couple of some new textures and such. And the cave crawler there. I was going to show you something completely new. That. You're like, what the hell is that? This is the Ent Gallery, or the Entity Gallery for the game. It comprises of every object, every creature, even special effects that are in the game. So you can check them out and see what they look like. It's a good way for the devs to see how an object works in the environment. And for everybody on the team to see it as well. These two schools here, the hoopfish, the holefish, and the boomerangs, are supposed to be on their blocks, but for some reason there's a couple of creatures that just take off. They're not locked to their block like those over there, including that school there and that, where is he at? That cave crawler. He immediately takes off as soon as he gets off his block. Now there was something in the water above, and now it's missing. Looked like a bar, and I don't see it anymore. But what's cool about this is you can come up and put your mouse over the block and you can see what it is. So you can get names of each item. And he doesn't start activating until I get near him. You got your little eye and Gary Fish. And he's acting weird. But then you have these. This is what's called the grab crab. I don't know why it's called home. Here's the little grab crab itself. He's a cool little thing. And I assume they're going to be coming to the game real soon because they're pretty much polished. They're ready to go. They got textures and everything. Although this looks like a Unity 4 build right here, so I'm assuming that's definitely going to be worked on. But these guys, see, there he is. Comes back, then takes off. Bam! Then he's gone again. And he's a fast little bugger. He keeps bouncing off the big guy for some reason. Doom, doom. I'm assuming that's how small they are, and this is just a big version of it, just to show you detail. And then you got this little guy, which is the same one that you've seen zooming around, but he stays on his block, or close to it. Very cool. I want to know when they're going to be in the game. This would be the Holefish School, which is the one over there. Oh, there's the Sea Emperor freaking out in the shallows. He's still a stiff dude. Hoopfish School, and they're over there too. There's the little hoverfish. Let's push him and let him go about his business. The Jelly Ray. I'll set him free. Let him go. Got the clicker, that's his block, somewhat locked to it. Oh, there's the larva. And the original stalker. Jump. This is the Leviathan, and he's way over there. Sea Emperor. You got your familiar Oculus and Peeper and Rabbit Ray. And here's the Mr. Noisy, pissed off that he can't get off his block.
Let me off this damn thing. I can only circle.
And the Reefback. If I can push him, would he do anything? Let's see. Full. Yep, made him active. Problem is, he starts freaking out now because he can't. He's just so shallow in the water. See his tentacles wrapping around him. And here's Mr. Sand Shark. And the Spadefish and the new Stalker. And this is the Test Drone. You got your coral decals. Coral reef shell. Doesn't have any boundary box. And here you are. Oop, it's getting nighttime. Let's go back to day. You got your face in there now. Weird hair sticking through his mask. This is pretty much what you get if you do size reference. The only problem is when you use that code, the face doesn't appear. Then you go down the line with different. You got your coral features. Barnacle sucker, barnacle. They actually call these eye clusters toward the very far end for some reason. They should have made them. I would like to see these guys flicker. I mean, their eyes open and close or something like that, or move around. That'd be freaky. I like this one, the blue coral tubes. The only thing missing about these is it would be awesome to see these move around, sway in the current, maybe even retract down if they grab something like some nutrients in the water. You got the brain coral. I don't remember seeing these, but I know they're out there. Or these. I gotta look around for them. They're called brown coral tubes. And the Gabe's feathers. These are awesome. I love the look of them. Need to be a little bit more translucent. I think they're coming soon because they don't look like they're totally finished yet. I don't know if they're pretty stiff. I would assume that they might be a translucent tube right here. So these two are just showing how they move. Different grasses and their movement. And the cool green mohawk or blue hawk. Yeah, that's green. Something I would call it aquamarine. Aquamarine mohawk. They look like they would move, don't you think? Like a finger. The green reeds. Different sizes, different sets. The stingers. You got the jelly plants. You can actually pick these up. If your hand shows on it, you can pick them up. Although the jelly plant doesn't serve a purpose at the moment. What's weird about these is they show blue gem disc here, but when you look at their file name, it's the the jewel disc blue. That's how we know them in the game as jewel disc, but not gem disc. And here you got all the different colors: blue, green, purple, and red. This is missing its kelp for some reason. Let's go to fast mode. Did I have any? Oh, I can get it later. It's not like I got no damage on it anyway. Here's the blue kush. Big, small, big, medium, and small. What's odd though is there's one way at the end that should be right here with them. It looks exactly the same, but it's called something else. See, here you got the small kush. Now this one I really love, and I haven't. Somebody said it's in the game, but I haven't seen it. They mentioned it was over in the Grand Reef. But I think it's coming soon. It's an awesome plant. It really reminds me of something that Wayne Barlow would draw. Because he did not just creatures, but plants as well. Can you hear it? Nope. You got the little reef plant middle. I don't know what the exact name is. They don't have one yet. There's two versions of this. This one's the day version that you see just in a normal environment. Then there's the one that grows in the caves. Actually, that one, this one, and this plant here all glow. They have two variations. Put that away. Let's go back to normal. Get rid of the graphics there. This one again has two versions: the normal that doesn't glow and one that does. I love the texture in that one. Look at that! Look at the texture. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. Trippy, man. Oh, I'm dripping out. Yeah. Oh. Look at it. That's really cool. Granted, they're two-dimensional, but still, that's awesome. It'd be neat to see this one do like the acid mushrooms, where when you get up close, it retracts inside of itself. Like, actually, I just thought of that. Oh, this is a reference to Avatar. It looks very similar to those in the forest in Avatar, when the lead characters walked through and they all went thump, 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 into their stalks on the bottom. I'll have to look at my pictures I have on Flickr. I swear that looks almost identical. I mean, there are differences. You don't want to have them look exactly the same, but still, it's a little coincidental. This is the, oops. Can't tell without graphics. They don't really have a name. A lot of these, they just go by file names. Definitely need some names. Here's another favorite of mine, just the colors on it. It's fantastic. Can't get close on that one because it's so stiff. Ooh. Neat. And you got your crinoids, different sizes. Oh, for crying out loud. And, oh, that's right. This one right here has a glowing cousin too. A variation of it down the line. You got your blue fan. Oh, no kidding. Okay, you'll see way down the line, the base of this plant is by itself, and it's called a black slime or something like that. Well, you'll see, but they took that and just added the fan onto it. That's pretty cool. Good way of taking a prototype and adding something onto it. Let's see which one shrinks. I think it must be that one. Come on, shrink. Huh. Okay. Oh, there he is. Oh, they all won that time. Then you got these purple tentacle plants. These you can actually cut with your knife. If they're in the way of your base, you can cut them down and make them disappear. These you can't. The bloodgrass. If they're under your base, they're going to clip through. I have not seen this one in the game yet. It might be, and it might not be. They're calling it a sea crown, but it's clearly inspired by the Portuguese man of war. It looks just like it. Just the colors are different. You even got the tentacles going down, although they're cut off because they're going to be going in the ground, but it is very similar. Then you got your coral shell plates. No, these are not the ones you can cut. There's some other ones up ahead that you can with your knife to get coral to make water, clean water. Those are neat. Ooh, oh wow. Oh, the design on that looks like a turtle shell. Turtle on a half shell. See? half shell. And you got your horns. Your coral horns. There they are. These are the ones you can cut with your knife. Although not, I don't think you can cut these particular ones. It's making a weird sound. What? Listen to that. That's my welder sound. Oh, by the way, I would advise not saving your game when you're in this. If you're so, can't break it with your hand. So you got your small fans. Oddly, they have some of these down the line that are considered prototypes, and they're in this format, but they're giant. You know, they're like this high up. But I don't know why they'd be considered prototypes. And the small ones. Now this thing actually extends all the way under the Aurora and through the engine room, although the Aurora's not there, because this would be in the way. This looks like a tiny little floater. Essentially, that's what it is. These you can find out in the Bloodgrass area. That's cool. They're all just considered reef decoration, as their names go by. Although they should have this would be like the pink flower or something. Green scones. Orange crystals. Turquoise chunks. And my favorite, the pink rose. Some cool grassy type textures. You find these all over the place. These brown type of coral are also something you cannot cut with your knife, and they have a tendency to clip into your base if you build over them. Ooh. Whoa. Oh. That always surprises me. Every time I come over here, I'm like, what is that zipping by me? Look at that thing. It's a wall. There's another one. I keep forgetting that stinger plant. The spike plant's over there. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. If I can look at it without being hit by the spikes. I haven't seen that one in the game. You got these little things. What are these considered? Small rock seaweed. Oh, stop hitting me. Then you got your stalagmites, which they reverse and make into stalactites. Although they should be under. If you got one above, you have to have one under. Here's your tree mushrooms. Do these have a name? Just crab snake lure plate. Okay, that makes sense. They go under the jelly shrooms here. I love that translucency they put in the bell. It's just wow. Move past these guys. Seen them. Now you get into this area, for some reason it starts digging into the ground, so you have to use your terraformer to rip away some of it so you can see everything. Now, if you remember in my last video, toward the end, I was showing you the eggs and how compressed they were. This one was the normal looking one. It was already done. But then you have, here's your other eggs. And this one is going to probably be the stalker, that way. It just looks like a stalker egg. This might be a gasopod, I would assume, maybe. Sort of looks like it, the way it's green and all. That's definitely a reefback. This one, though, I'm perplexed about. I don't know what that would be. If anybody has a hint, let me know. And you got your little blue thing cluster. No, those are the blue clusters. They look like octopus tentacle suckers in a way. Now here's remember down there we had these same plants, but this is the night versions that glow in the dark. Each one has their own glowing ability. I didn't know this one actually glowed too, so it's pretty cool. I hope I can see him in a game sometime soon. And then we get into the somewhat boring area, which is mainly just parts of the Aurora, you know, that they built. Somewhere right about here. Yeah, I'm in the engine room right here, because you can see there's the bleeders. I'm close to a Reaper here. He's underneath one of the blocks, pissed off. And you notice there's a sea moth down there flashing. At the near the very end of this line are the vehicles, like the Sea Glide I'm using and the Sea Moth, but they don't have a block for the Cyclops, which is surprising. I would have thought for sure, I mean, it would have its own block. And you got other things like this one here, which is the, what was it? Starship Exploded Debris 4, although I don't see anything on it. It might be under it or further out. Let's see. Yeah, there it is right there. There's a big chunk of it right there. Go over the top of it. Same thing you see on the Aurora. Ooh, doesn't have a boundary box. Cool. Go through it. Except for right there. And now, should be getting past this block any second now. Oh, one more big debris. Oh, there's the one you can walk on. Now we get to the next area, which is the rock. This is, you consider, a crash site, cracked rock. These are the things you see around the Aurora. Now, other than this one right here is the Dark Crystal. You see these all over the place in different sizes and shapes over in the Grand Reef with those spikes here. But, considering that this and those are from the Grand Reef, then you have this. It's a giant vertebrae of something. It hasn't been textured yet. It's considered a fishbone. So it makes me wonder if the Grand Reef eventually is going to have a giant skeleton in it that we can cruise around through. That would be awesome. Looking forward to it. Hopefully. It didn't say prototype, so it's on the board. Then you have different coral rock textures. I love this one because it reminds me of Fruit Loops. Doesn't it? It's Fruit Loops. Trippy. 3D. There we have brain coral with Fruit Loops. Actually, it looks like worms, don't it? It looks like a bunch of worms on Fruit Loops. That's neat. Actually, that would make a cool wallpaper if you just had the texture alone. Smaller versions of them. Now it's broken up. Slightly larger versions. Then you got your rocks. Your various rocks. Now we get to the plant life from the island. It's cool to see trees from the island floating in the water. And roots. Here's the different grasses. Looks like that one. And their movement. And here's the poop grass. The leaking tree. That was neat. Looks like a little egg at the top. Always like these. Pretty cool looking. Different fungi. And these actually glow at night. Some flowers. Here's some more fungus. Fungus among us. And I saw something cool in this one. If you get up close, you notice the spots are different colors. I never stopped and really looked at those up close. Here's the glowing broccoli tree. That's what it looks like to me. More grass. Some ivy. Palm fronds. And lag. Ferns. I always forget. I think there's another type of palm. If you know, let me know. Yeah, they're all type of palms. I forgot the name of that one. My grandmother used to have it in her house in California. Now we move to the lava zone. Different awesome textures that come with them. My favorite's this one. It's like melting down. I like how the music cuts out too. Cool. What's odd though is this rock right here is also found way down here at the end in the prototype section. Looks almost identical to it. I haven't seen this one before. It's like an eye of volcanic material. Here's the boulder you can spawn, although it's a lot smaller. Oh, there's the air bubble maker. This is a strange titled one. There you go. What? Collapsibles and big. What the heck is this falling right here? I've seen something right here that keeps going by. Is it? What it is? Here's small. Oh, okay, small and big. I see. Compressed and normal. And this guy is in the wrong location, too, don't you think? He should be way at the beginning with all the other creatures. He's part of the group. The crash fish. And him in a pod. Now this, current's small, so you don't really see it. Oh, there they are. They're up top. Okay, I see. I didn't even notice them up here. They're actually above the water. Look at that. Sort of. Here's the big floater in a position you'd never normally see it. Imagine that thing crawling around in the ocean floor. That'd be cool. Now, this is weird, because all the times I've seen these in the Grand Reef, I've never considered them what they call them. Floating stones. I've never attributed them to a stone of any type. A shell, maybe, because they look sort of like a shell. Especially when you can go through them, go into them. Although, it's a little strange, you go inside and you don't see the interior. And we got our geyser. Membrane tree. Why am I seeing that name here? Huh. That's oddly out of place. And this... Is this a prototype? No, it's an environmental entity. Is a slime. Doesn't do anything though. You can actually spawn it, but it does the same thing as you've seen there. It just floats in the air. It doesn't fall or anything. Now here's what I was talking about earlier. I would think this would be with a Kush, but it's called a snooze ball. A snooze ball? And here are the bigger ones I was mentioning, the big fans. It's not in prototypes though, so they're calling it a wall plant. Now, for those who are playing the current update that just came out, this is what's supposed to spawn over beside the Aurora. Now, there is a slight bug, because sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and we tried to get it to happen in the playtest session the other day. And it happened for me when I reloaded and I made a new game, but my current load, it does not want to spawn for me. What it does is it spawns out on the sandy area beside the ship. And you can swim through it, as you can see, and you find yourself with supply crates and things in them. This one Normally has 3. This time I'm only seeing 1. Huh. There's another one that usually spawns here or right there. Sometimes there. But if you try to hide from a Reaper in here, you can successfully do it for a little while, but then they'll come around and start pushing this thing off you. Which is a really cool feature. It's like, I'm gonna cut you. I'll just push this thing off you. Generated bubble. I don't see a bubble. But I don't understand what this blue stuff is. We got the signal. Yeah, I understand. I get that. But what is the blue mist? It should be around. Oh, the blue mist should be around the blue kush. That'd be cool. That's the spores of the blue kush. And here are the floating rocks that you can push around in the game that clog up holes and things like that. Now, are these... Yeah, that's the obstruction. Now, this is considered a prototype, and they call it a blinker. Yeah, it looks exactly like the ones at the other end, the corals. And since they're called a blinker, you would think they would blink. Hopefully they will in the future. That'd be cool. See, here's that rock I was talking about. They call it a burning... It's a prototype, yet it's identical to the other one. And as I was mentioning with the fan, the blue fan, here's the base of it right there. But this one they call a little echo slime, or whatever you want to call it. It's floating like the fan, too. Imagine a whole... To see a bunch of those attached to rocks and things, that'd be interesting. It could be like the growth stage of the fan. You don't have to have the fans all over the place. You can just have some growing that become fans eventually. Yeah, falling rocks and the falling stalagmite, which I have heard will be coming to the game eventually. Not sure what to make of this lava cube though. Is it moving? No. It's hollow though. This is supposed to be the lava plane. Not sure about that. There's nothing on it. Then we have the lava tube. I think that's what it is, right? Lava pole, sorry. I was off. Lava pole. Not sure what's going on with this thing. It's weird. It makes me think it's attached to a geyser in some way. This is the medium rock and the sand pile rock. Now this sucker here I'm about to show you, don't ask me if it's coming into the game. I hope it is. He's really cool. He's called the sandworm. Da-doom. Now, is that cool or what? I mean, he looks basically done, but he's still got like Unity 4 graphics. So, if he does come to the game, he will look better and more detailed. So, you can make him jump too. Watch. He's twitchy. Gonna make a jump. Come on, come on, I'm gonna tickle you. I'm gonna tickle. He's awesome. He would be the, I don't know. He's about the size of a Reaper. You can give the Reaper a run for his money, I bet. And this little thing, which is on way too big a block, in my opinion. I mean, it's just doesn't need to be in such a huge block. They call a thermal vent. It's a prototype. You can actually see the vent graphics right there, where it would come up, the upwelling. Coming through those rocks right there. It's a cool idea. I would definitely enjoy seeing thermal vents in the game. And then we got your boulders. But this is, for some reason, are these? No. Okay, we're out of the prototype section there. Now we move into the creatures again. These are all the cooked versions, although they don't look cooked. He's such a happy fish, isn't he? Look at that happy face in the boomerang. Oh, he's falling, and he won't get up. Boop. The eye. They definitely don't have a cooked appearance to them. Toom. 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 Oculus. There he goes. That's the original. Yeah, they don't look brown or cooked or anything like that. Spadefish. And you got the dummy model, which they use for testing out things. Now, this is funny. Oops. What would you think this is called? You probably can guess. Give up? It's called a platform. Just what you thought it was. Now, you can actually get things out of these. There, gold. Copper. Crash meal. And there's the little creeper vine seed glowing away. Not sure why these are missing their textures. Creeper vine, kelp, and stem. Huh. And you have your diamond. Ooh, I need one of those. There you go. Different boulders. Natural floating stones. Stuff that the floaters attach to. Push it. Yep. Let's see if he falls. And they're keeping it up. Sort of. What's this one? Float stones, floaters. They seem to have floated away. More floating stones without their floaters. Now we come to the eggs I showed you. Like your Grand Reef egg. Plateaus egg. And they really do look like they're compressed though. Transform. I still think these are missing their texture. I mean, granted, they're in the game just like this, but this, usually when you see something in a game that's white like this, it's a preliminary. It's not showing it completed yet. Even the lock right here, that really shows you there's nothing there. So, all the fragments are in a transition state, I think. Let's see, can I push it? It's gone! Oh, an egg fell. Darn it. Which one was it? The Kush egg. Well, I showed you that one anyway. Lava zone egg. Got some titanium. There's lithium. The question box. What's in it? Who knows? I love this though. They call it a mercury crystal, which is somewhat impossible. You can't have crystals like this made of mercury, but that is so beautiful to look at. I really hope it does make its way into the game. Maybe over in the Grand Reef where the other crystals are. I would love to see a cave full of these. Mixed with other crystals, of course. Not just these. Well, as long as you can pick it up. Just shows you in your inventory is nothing. And if you drop it, it's a question box. There's the mushroom forest egg. Reinforced hull fragment. Gone. Diamond. Now, these two really need a change. Because the diamond and the quartz, they look identical. They are identical, really. They're the same design, just one's larger. Diamond should look different than quartz. Really, I don't remember diamond showing up like this, but here's your safe shallow egg. Sea fragment gone. Salt. Sand pickup chunk. Let's see what we get. Limestone, gold. Shale, gold. Oh, I got lithium this time. There's your exosuit fragment, which doesn't really serve a purpose at the moment. I wonder how deep the water is right here. Stalker tooth. Now what's neat about these boxes, 'cause they all contain something. Battery. Water. Oops, get up here. Ooh, first aid kit. Let's see. Battery. Oh, that was close. Power cell. Battery. Oh, signal. Darn it. Signal freaks out in the box, though. It really shakes the heck out of it. Look at that. And signals are definitely preliminary. They don't need to be an X. Twisty Bridges egg, as I showed you before. And he's shaking the heck out of that. Look at that. Oh, here's it. Oh, is this the other one? Yeah, okay. This is the other one I was telling you about. It's the same as the one I showed you before, but this is the one that has all the boxes in it. Signal. Oh, now he's not shaking, is he? No, that's odd how that one is shaking over there, but this one isn't. This is the one that has the 3 boxes. Battery. First aid kit. Nope, signal. Can I get through? Nope. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Let's see, that was a dummy world entity. Won't move. I love this, and I really, really hope it comes to the game quickly. The only problem, well, I'll show you. I love this door, though. It opens! Yay! And you can close it. Open, close. The only problem I see with it is that they're swinging too wide. I mean, this is completely done. It can be added to your base right now, but this door should stop right here. I mean, it should not swing this far out. Because if you had this inside your base, it would be stupid because it'd be slamming into the wall all the time. You want it to stop like right here as I'm facing, so it's against. It doesn't go slamming into your wall. But that's awesome to see an opening and closing door. It's like an airlock too. So you stand in there, decompress, then go through. There's your ladder. There's the observatory.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Never gonna understand how it says that when there shouldn't be any AI in here. It's just a glass tube with 2 doors. Here's your power generator with power cells, so you can put more in. It actually looks better now in Unity 5. Air bladder. Now, I'm not surprised this is not in the game because I don't see a purpose. It's a bucket. Battery, beacon. Here's your builder on a way too long block. This they call a compass, yet it looks like a smashed builder. Sort of what a builder looks like. If you take 2 of these, I think I showed one in a past video. Actually, here I'll show you. Drop it if I can drop it just right. Oops, oh. Will it land? Yes! Now, watch what happens. Oop. That's weird. Oh, they might have fixed it now. Yeah, they fixed it. Yay! They just made it go a little bit bigger, but it used to create a big eye that looked a little like that. There's your constructor up there. Your current generator, which I've never used in the game. I don't really see a purpose. It just creates a very strong current. I guess you can keep baddies away from your base or something. Filtered water, dive reel with the dart separate from it. Now, here is a very, very early look at the exosuit. I mean, this is not what it's going to look like, so don't even think it will. I mean, this looks like something out of Quake or Quake 2 days. I mean, it's really early graphics for it. This is just more of a test model. What that is on the chest there. Now, when they get done with the exosuit, it's going to look like the one in the concept art. It's going to look awesome. Now, these are empty because everything was... Oh, there they are. Way over here. They moved. Now, there's one thing here I want to show you. If I can grab it. Got it. Oh, there's the... Got your oxygen tank. Let's knock him over. He's falling. Man, that thing falls fast. That's the weird thing about a stasis rifle. It is so freaking heavy. I don't know how you carry it. If it drops that fast, drop one in your sub and you'll see how fast your sub sinks to the ocean floor. But this is what's cool. It doesn't have a picture here, though, which is weird. This is the LED light. It's hard to see it against that white background. I wish I could just pick it up and hold it. But it's done. I mean, with these, you could go into a dark cave or a dark place and set them up in a ring or whatever you want to do. Set them all over the place and just light the cavern up if it's really dark. No use of... You wouldn't have to use a flashlight. You can create a line of them. It's an awesome idea. This is the fake sun shafts. Actually, you can see them all over the place. And lastly, cutting into this block because it's so big, are the lava bubbles that you see in the lava zone. Well, we'll see in the lava zone. Right now, there's a few of them that are in some of the thermal vents in the game. I think I've showed you in one of my videos. This texture, this graphics is so big it can't fit on this little block. Really, the sun shaft should have been on this one, and all of this over on the big one, because it even stretches out into the emptiness of the water pretty far. Oh, that's weird. Oh, cool. They get really big when you get inside of them. I'm burning up. It's so hot. And that's it. That's the end of the gallery for now. Oddly, they don't have a block for the crab snake, the shocker eel, or the rock puncher. But I have a feeling they'll be coming soon. More than likely, this entity gallery gets updated when they add new things. So I'll keep checking on it, see what's new. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.